Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Merry Christmas. This is my Moon Prism Palette review. I'm reviewing the Prism Palette and the Sailor Moon Creer Beauty collaboration. So what I have from the Sailor Moon Creer Beauty, I don't have the complete line. I used to have the eyeliners and the eyeliners were great, but I already finished that. I bought it like what, 3-4 years ago. Um, yeah, around 3-4 years ago, and I already used that up. I didn't think I'd want to buy it again because the only difference was the cap, but it actually worked just like a 24-hour tattoo liner. So it works, it's just not amazing. But what I have here today are 3 different products from Sailor Moon, and this is the chalice, the Rainbow Moon Chalice Cheek, and this is a blush. And then I have another blush, which is the Cosmic Heart Cheek. This is the brooch that she wears in Sailor Moon S. Actually, I'll do a swatch of these two to show you guys what the difference is. And I'll tell you what size the palettes are, so if you want to switch them out, you can totally just switch them out, because that's what I'm planning to do. And then I have the Makeup Moisture Rouge, okay, which is the lipstick that the one that she uses to transform in Sailor Moon, in the original Sailor Moon. Okay, and of course I have the Prism Palette. Okay, as you can see, I've actually used it quite a bit. I don't like going into reviews when they're actually first impression reviews, so I've been using this for a good 3 months or 2 months already. So I've actually tried how it wears during the day and what combinations I've come up with, and they wear well. It's just not quite up to what I was expecting it to be. Anyway, I've got my face prep, and I'll just go in with the Prism Palette first. I'm sure you've seen like a lot of reviews on this, and you know what it looks like. It's felty, and I don't know if yeah, I didn't remove the plastic on the mirror. I don't know if it's just me, but I have a tendency to keep my palettes really clean. Maybe it's because I don't swirl into the palette, but generally, even if I use it for a really long time, it's kept rather clean. Okay, so I go into my eye with the color Saturn, and then I put it over my crease. Actually, before this beginning of this video, I already placed a little bit of Unity all over my eye, just as the base color, and then Saturn to like cut out, to define my crease. Okay, the Prism palette for me, as a fan of the subculture palette, the Prism palette for me works just like a normal palette. You see, the thing with the reason why I like the subculture palette is the same reason why everybody else hates it. I like that it is fully pigmented. I can just go in and it's just a one swipe wonder. And now I've actually taken a bit of dimension and I put it in the inner area of my eyelid, just so it gives like this duotone kind of look. Okay, and with dimension, all of these shades are actually really nice. They work like regular eyeshadows. They blend out easily. They're just as pigmented as a regular shadow, so I get the same effect if I use a Jaclyn Hill palette or no, my Viseart palette is on a different level, but like it's the same as a Jaclyn Hill palette. Okay. And I here's when I digged into Parallel, and Parallel is actually the shade that I hate the most within this palette, because for some strange reason Parallel is the only thing that doesn't
it doesn't blend out the way I'm used to eyeshadows blending out. In fact, it's the one that I dig into the least. Maybe it's because it's brown and I kind of avoid the color brown on my eye. So, yeah, you'll see me like fussing with it for quite a while later on. Um, yeah. So I went back in with a little bit of Saturn underneath the eye. You see, and I'm fussing with my eyeshadow. I put a little Saturn underneath my eye just to blend everything out, just so it looks seamless from top to the bottom. And I went in with a little bit of Osiris underneath. I like using a darker shade. That's why I kind of, it's a love hate thing that I have with this palette, because I love the shades. The shade dimension kind of complements the shade Osiris, so I can use Osiris on my under eye and then dimension on the top lid, and it gives me like a, it's like a lighter liner. See, and I try to blend it out again. Here's when I kind of dip into a little bit of Unity just to like blend it out, and for some strange reason the damn thing gets stuck on the edge of my eye. And I don't even use eye primer or what do you call this? I just basically powder my process is I powder my entire face. I prime my entire face evenly. So I don't know why it's doing that, and I take a little lucid and I stick it in the middle of my eye just to make the whole thing pop. If anyone is curious, that's actually K Palette. That's the eyeliner from K Palette. It comes in a set. It comes in a gel format and in a liquid format, and I use both. And it's really inexpensive because I got both for around $10. That's two for $10. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't budge, it lasts me the entire day, it's easy to apply, and on the other end actually there's a tip, so if you want to blur out your line so that it's not a very heavy line, you can actually do that. So when I line my under eye, I normally don't line all the way anymore. Because when you line all the way, what happens is you end up making your eyes look smaller than they actually are. So I always do a double line method. Um, it's always either a gel or a pencil, like a regular pencil, or and a liquid eyeliner together. I always feel like liquid eyeliner gives me such a stark line that it's too defined for me. So to soften it just a bit, I go in with a pencil. And then it's like I fill in the blanks between I always leave a gap between my lashes and the pencil, and then I go in with the liquid in the middle. That way it doesn't I find that it lessens the smudging. And that's that.
So here you have the brooch, the chalice, and the lipstick. Okay. Honestly, I love the lipstick. The lipstick I actually use on a daily basis. So this is what they look like on the inside. Okay. So this is what, see, I've actually used it, so the mirror is kind of dirty. So you have like a little powder puff, and then you have like this moon silver crystal in the middle, like that print. Don't throw it away, because you actually need that to protect the puff from the powder. And this is the powder inside. Okay. And then for the chalice, it doesn't come with a puff. It looks like one of those baked powders. And if you're looking for a size reference, I'd say these are 1.5 inches in diameter. And this one is a good inch and 1.25 inches. Okay. So this is actually smaller than this, but it's not as small as your regular eyeshadow, like circle thingy. Unfortunately, they're almost like the same color. Okay. Yeah, this is the chalice, and then this is the brooch. The brooch is really light. It's kind of like a highlighter, and then the chalice is more like a blush. What I can say about this is I would suggest that these are products for really, really fair women. To be quite honest, I'm not fair enough for these, and I'm a light medium. I think these need like that porcelain Japanese skin that's near like plaster white for these to actually show up. And let me just demo these for you. So here's my blush brush, and then almost, it's like really, really light. Okay, so that's that on this side for the brooch. Okay. So the brooch goes there, and it's really subtle. Okay. And then for the chalice, I'll put it on the other side. Let me just swirl my brush on a cleaner. So the chalice has a lot more fallout than the brooch, and that's a chalice. See, there's a lot more there's a lot more pink to this than this side, because that's just one swirl, but they're quite similar to each other, and they're quite powdery, but they're very creamy, so they'll leave like a very natural, like I don't feel uncomfortable having like one a different color from the other, but because they're very close to each other. So if you're just buying for the makeup, I wouldn't suggest getting both of them for it. However, the reason why we buy these things aren't actually for the makeup now, are they? They're actually for the collectability of it and the fact that you like Sailor Moon. So here's the thing. See, there's a lot of fallout in this thing. Focus. See, there's a lot of fallout, and I normally don't have a lot of fallout with the things that I use, because I'm rather light when I actually use them. But the good thing about this is, like, you can remove this, right? You can remove it, and then you can change this. I think this actually fits like my Pat McGrath highlighters, and the metal mattes. They actually fit this, I think. And then you actually have a little container when you're done with this. Or if you're just sick of this powder, you can just use this. But I'm just gonna use it anyway. And then for the lips, this one I actually really like. Oh, and this one also, it comes with a little convenient hole in the bottom that you can just plop this thing out and then replace it. Because you can easily reuse these packaging again, and I would, because they're actually collector. And then you have this. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also have this, which is from Macquillage. Okay. And this is their special Sailor Moon case, so you have like little stars and moons on it. And the good thing about this is, this is what I use every single day. So the good thing about this is this fits your regular Shiseido powders. Any Shiseido powder, like most square Shiseido powders will actually fit this. So you can just buy the case, which is cheaper than a Shiseido case, and then just switch it over to this, and then you'll have like a Sailor Moon compact. That's why I'm not reviewing it, because I already finished mine. My friend bought this for me like a good, I think early this year, and I already finished like a powder in it, and it was really smooth as well, but nothing compared to the, what is this? This is a sheer mattifying compact in I-20. See, I'm actually an I-20, I'm not an I-10. Therefore, you know I'm kind of darker. But here's the lipstick, and I actually use this lipstick quite a bit because it's actually quite comfortable. I wouldn't say it's the most opaque of... It's not opaque. It's pigmented, but not opaque. So it's actually quite... It's like a gloss, like a colored gloss that goes over, and it's very, very comfortable. I really love this. Oh wait, I have another one. This is Magic Knight Rayearth, if you guys are familiar with the series. Not as popular as Sailor Moon, but excellent, excellent concept. It's by Clamp, and they also did a partnership with Creer Beauty. I'll link where you guys can get it, and it's international, so anyone can get it. And then inside, it's this. It's actually her sword. Okay, so let me just wipe this lipstick off so I can do like a proper like comparison swatch between the two if you're thinking of buying either the Sailor Moon one or the Rayearth one. Okay, so here's the Rayearth one, and it comes, and this whole thing comes off. It kind of looks obscene, but if you're a fan, you know what it is. And then it comes like with little like scroll little appliques on, it's not appliques, little curly stuff on the side. It's a nice light pink as well. Focus. Yep, it's a nice light pink. Kind of, it looks more matte than this for sure, because this, my god, woman, fix yourself. Yeah, this is more like a fuchsia pink, right? This is brighter, and it looks like this is more glossy. This one actually looks more matte. Like I'd actually, like this is easier to wear, but I haven't touched it. And it has like a scent to it. Yeah. The scent is like a elderflower. Yeah, that's the scent. It's a very makeup scent, I guess. So this is the Clamp Magic Night Rayearth one, and this is the Sailor Moon one. Anywho, I think I've taken a really long time with this video already. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched throughout the whole thing, I hope you enjoyed. Have a Merry Christmas and goodbye!